Another Friday, and that means more high school football games in our area. But before all of that action, we're getting you ready with a segment we call Kicking It with the Coaches.
Yeah, this week we head to Pike Road to check in with the Patriots. All right, we are kicking it with the coaches. Hard to believe, already in week 4 of high school football. We got a good one coming in this week. Pike Road on the road, taking on Wetumpka. Turned into kind of a rivalry game in 6 Region 2. Right. Coach Granger Shook, always glad to have you here.
Thank you,
you guys always start off the season with a pretty tough schedule on purpose. Tell me about the benefits of that.
Well, you know, we do try to create as much competition as possible early. You know, going through the summer, you don't have pads on. It's hard to really compete up front, and that's really what we wanted to see going against 2 really good teams in Prattville and Enterprise. You know, perennial 7A power, so to speak, and so I thought our boys competed well. You know, we saw a lot of what we need to work on both sides of the ball, and so that gives us a good plan going into region play. You
guys had a great game. You picked up your first 7A win against Prattville, then a huge win last week and lit up the scoreboard. Is that kind of dangerous at times to score a huge chunk of points and keep your guys focused, or does it help to have a rivalry team coming up this week?
Well, it helps. It helps definitely with Wetumpka coming up, but no, I've talked to our players all the time about consistency. And it doesn't matter what everybody outside these walls are talking about. Just, you know, let's focus on Pike Road getting better. And I think we've had a pretty good week of prep. There's still a lot of things that we got to improve on, but Wetumpka, Coach Bearwoods does a great job there, you know, just making sure that our boys prepare the right way so we can have a chance to be successful Friday.
When you walk out on the field and watch, you guys have a lot of athletes. A lot of kids are going to probably be playing on Saturdays, scholarship players. Talk about this year's team, what you like about the group.
Well, there's, you know, it's a smaller senior class. There's only 16 of them, but the type of young men they are and the quality of athletes that are in that class is really second to none. You know, our leadership council is doing a really good job, led by, you know, Jordan Holmes, Jamichael, Braylon, Amari Powo-Smith. You know, there's several. Braden Watkins is in that group as well. So there's a lot of seniors in that room that help me spearhead the effort as far as the leadership council goes. But, you know, there's so many in that senior class I could talk about. But again, it does provide a way for those young players to see how to do things, and they're doing a good job leading by example.
3 games into the season, are you where you want to be right now?
No, not yet. You know, and what's encouraging is that our players understand that too. And so, you know, we're not perfect. You know, we'll have our ups and downs, but our players are taking ownership of their actions. They're taking ownership of their habits, and hopefully we can just keep chipping away and get to our ultimate goal.
We were chatting off camera about all the different helmets and jerseys.
Yes.
You got a uniform combo picked out for Friday night yet?
Yes, we will be in all white.
All right.
At Wetumpka. So our boys enjoy the all white, you know, and so hopefully we'll be able to put a good product on the field.
Clean look, the all white.
Yes.
Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, Judd. Appreciate it.
Wetumpka should be a fantastic game. 6A Region 2, 2 of the best in the state. That will do it for this week's Kicking It with the Coaches.